Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everybody. Lovely to see you. Let me just do my quick sound check. Check everything's working as it should. Oh, what a beautiful city. Oh, what a beautiful city. Oh, what a beautiful city. 12 gates up to the city. Hallelujah. Hi, everyone. Lovely to see if you're here. Pop a little message in. Love to see you. Apparently, somebody's live on the channel. Well, that's me. Marvellous. Hi, Gina. Hi, Charles. Lovely to see you. You all right? You well? Good, good. Sure, all is well. Hello, Albert. Lovely to see you. Just feel the need to sing I Wish I Knew How It Would Feel to Be Free. Hello, Michael. Lovely to see you as well. Welcome back. You all know this song. This is the warm-up. This isn't the real thing. This will all be cut out. All of you folks who arrive early, you know when you watch them back, all this bit's cut out. So you get to see. It's like the DVD extras, okay? I wish I knew how it would feel to be free, quite literally. I wish I could break all the chains holding me. I wish I could say all the things that I should say 'em loud, say 'em clear, for the whole darn world to hear. I wish I could be like a bird in the sky. How sweet it would be if I found I could fly. Hello, everyone. I'd soar to the sun and look down at the sea. Then I'd sing, 'cause I'd know how it feels to be free. Wow. We've got 26 people online. Fabulous. Thank you for the likes, everybody. If you like that, you're going to love the rest of the show. All right. So before we get started, you all know the drill, everybody. Please make sure you have your bottle of water handy. Please make sure you've got room in which to stand and move. There'll be a bit of movement today. We've got a special treat for you today. This is by special request. It's a feature we haven't had on the channel for a while. So looking forward to it myself. But I'll wait until it's officially 2 o'clock before I spill the beans and everybody's here. So just let me know, just say hi to everybody. So let me know how you're getting on. How are you all today? Yeah, how are things? Yeah. I used to say what's new. Chances are not a lot. So let me know. I spoke to a friend of mine. He was my former boss, an amazing chap, one of the most dynamic go-getters you'd ever known. And I spoke to him today. I said, "So how's it going?" He went, "Well, I made bread yesterday." So, we're all in the same boat. Absolutely brilliant. Sun's shining. Oh, lovely. Anne's consigned to the kitchen. Well, you're doing a good job. The kitchen is such an important part of the house. Doing the cooking. I do a lot of cooking. Anna does a lot of cooking. It's a really good thing to do. It's brilliant. And how everyone gone from beautiful sunshine to dark gloomy clouds. Well, we will blow that away. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got some lovely, lovely songs to look at this afternoon. I've got a new song called Roll the Old Chariot. I'm going to tell you all about that. Hi, Heather. Lovely to see you. Roll the Old Chariot, which is a sea shanty. I also have some exciting news, so I can officially start. So hang on, I'm just going to take a moment. So there's a bit of silence in the track, so when I cut it later on, that's the start. We haven't started. All of you who are here now, you've just heard me warming up. So hang on. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to your choir rehearsal. Lovely to see you all. Thank you for joining me today. We have lots of people on the channel already. I've had a great suggestion of Blow the Wind Southerly from Michael. That's a really good idea. We won't do it today because I haven't had a chance to get the words up, but I hope everyone's had a chance to see in the description of this video. I've posted the words for the three songs that we're going to have a look at today. We will revise Un Poquito Cantas, which we haven't sung for a while. That was one of the first songs on the channel. We'll then sing The River is Flowing, which we looked at yesterday. So if you haven't had a chance to see yesterday's broadcast, you're going to want to listen and pick that one up. It's an absolutely beautiful song. I've got some lovely messages from you yesterday about it. So thank you for that. We're then going to learn a new song. In fact, I don't know why I'm looking at the board. I wrote it for you to look at. So there we go. So we're going to look at a new song today called Roll the Old Chariot. Now, this is a sea shanty. And when we get to this bit, I'm going to share some information and some good stuff. I've got an artifact as well. It's always good to have artifacts. So I'm going to tell you about this tankard, who it belonged to and why it's important to me. Okay, but this is a very important piece of my history. So we're going to sing a sea shanty. And then this is a special request. I've had several emails from people who said, we really like your coffee time. And if you've seen the early videos, and we are going back a long time, I mean way back to the start of the channel, almost 3 weeks ago. If you've seen those early videos, for a couple of them I did this thing called coffee time, and all I do is I get a cup of coffee and I sit and I shut up for a bit and I just look at you guys, and you, wherever you are, you just tell me how you're getting on, and I'm going to listen, and I'll nod from time to time, and I'll make those sort of nice, encouraging noises that you do when you're listening to somebody. It's a little bit when, bless him, when my father was alive, and I'd sit and I'd to listen to him, and I just sort of, and he'd talk about all the things that he'd been doing. He'd talk about his he was a carpenter, and he'd tell me all about how the various, with his colourful language, about how the various tools weren't working away. So I shall do that at the end. So we're going to finish our singing at around 2:45. I'll invite you all to go and get a nice hot drink. I'll play a little bit of music. I was thinking a bit of maybe a bit of hold music while you go and make yourself a brew. Come on back, and then all of you, all at once, you can all tell me how you're getting on, and I will sit and I will listen. We'll have a bit of coffee time, okay? And some of you have said you can break out the beer. Well, why not? Why not? I say, just not before you've had a chance to have a good sing, okay? Don't drink whilst you sing, as a general rule. And all my colleagues in the Larks are all going, Everybody have a little sip of your drink. We've got 34 people online, which is wonderful. And all of you, please do say hello to each other in the comments. We're going to get started in just a minute. So yes, I hope some of you have had a chance to join the self-isolation choir. I'm just going to have my drink, Soupy. I know that many of you have already. That's brilliant. If you haven't had a chance to, do consider, just go after this, just pop across to the self-isolation choir channel, and you'll see two videos, one last night, one for the week before. We're there every night during the week learning Messiah, but of course, because it's all online, if you join later on, you can just pick it up at any point you want. And the feedback I've had has just been unbelievable. We've had people from all over the world just come to say how amazing it is to be part of this thing. So if you've never sung Handel's Messiah before, I really do thoroughly recommend you go and have a look at it. It's partly to raise money for charity to fight the virus, which is obviously something we all really need to do. And it's also to help musicians like myself who are earning precisely £0 and 0 pence at the moment. And so this is just providing me with a very small amount of income, which is helping these videos come. To be honest, folks, if the electricity gets cut off, I'm afraid that's the end of quarantine choir. So if you haven't signed up for self-isolation choir and you like all the videos and so on, consider going along and having a look, because it helps all sorts of people. It's only £15. Now then, a few problems with self-isolation choir connection. Well, have a go, Lindsay. If you have a look at the site, as I say, have a look at the channel after this. All the videos are there. They're in really good quality. So if it's a case of, if your connection isn't great, and I do understand, everybody, that at the moment everybody's online in the evening. Everybody. In fact, everyone's online all the time. So streaming services are really suffering. There are things going into place to hopefully sort that, but no, it's tricky at the moment. And one other thing, I've acquired one of my new toys, which I've left in the other room, but my new mixer has arrived, which should maybe over this weekend allow me to start putting the words up on the screen because I can use this broadcasting software. So we are moving forwards. We're moving forwards at a steady pace, but we are moving forwards. Now then, I think what we should do is get warmed up. So if I can invite everybody, please, if you haven't had a drink, to have a drink. When you've done that, could you hit the thumbs up button, please, just so that I know that you're out there and you're still enjoying yourselves. And what we'll do once we've done that is we'll stand, all of us that are happy to stand, we will stand with our feet, our shoulders width apart, and our knees nice and soft. Oh, I've got a message there from Pat and Ray. Wonderful to see you guys. Say hello to everybody at Audley for me, please. Tell them about this every day. Yeah, I know you're missing Wednesdays. I'm missing coming over to you guys too, but I'm here. All right. You don't need to even make your way from where you are to that central coffee space. You could just stay in your homes and you can have me come to you. All right. So tell everybody at Audley, get online at 2 o'clock for Singing with Ben. All right. So we're standing, ladies and gentlemen, with our feet, our shoulders width apart. All right. Making sure that our knees are nice and soft, that our back is straight and our neck is long. I'm going to invite you to start taking those nice deep breaths that we do every single time. It's that routine. All right. It's one of the great things about seeing you all every day is that we get to actually take these deep breaths. And of course, I'm not going to be broadcasting anything at all on Saturdays, folks, but by this point, we have, I think I counted something like 40 videos produced in 3 weeks. It's been an intense few weeks, but there's a lot of content up here, just as you're standing there taking nice deep breaths in and out. There's a lot of content. There's a lot of good stuff. There's some silly stuff for puppets, but there's some good stuff as well. And so on those Saturdays, if you feel you want to get a little bit of quarantine quiet, just watch one of the old videos, and I'll be back on Sunday morning. So we're taking those really nice deep breaths. Lovely. Fantastic. And as we always do, I'm going to ask you to breathe a little bit deeper now and just make your mouth nice and tall as you breathe in and out. The test is when you breathe in, it should feel cold, and when you breathe out, it should feel hot. Try that for me. Breathe in cold air, breathe out hot air. That's great. And just continue doing that, breathing in cold air and breathing out hot air. Fantastic. That's lovely. And just keep doing that, because what we're doing is we're breathing in fresh air, we're breathing in oxygen. If you're lucky enough to live in the countryside and you can open a window, just let that lovely fresh air in and just fill your bodies, let your bodies fill up with oxygen. Flood your system with that wonderful, 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 wonderful gas that we all take for granted, that the government haven't yet found a way to tax. And as you breathe out anything that's stressing you, anything that's bothering you. That's great. Some of you might want to close your eyes and just focus, just for the next few seconds, on the sound of my voice and taking a huge amount of time to breathe in and out and just focus on your breathing. That's great. And so what I'm going to ask you all to do is to focus now on where your breath is coming from. All right. So as you're taking these deep breaths in, and don't stop taking deep breaths, just be aware in your body of where this is coming from. Okay. If you've been singing with me, several of you have been several times a day, and many of you will be getting more and more experienced at this. So let's see if we can start, all of us, breathe from the diaphragm, breathing from here. So the technique is, as you know, many of you keep your shoulders as relaxed as you can. And all you do is you relax your abdominal muscles here. You open your mouth and you allow the air then to fill your lungs. And in doing so, your hand will move out as it should, because you're taking air into a confined space. And in that circumstance, it has to expand. But the key part is that you must relax your abdomen before you start breathing, okay? Otherwise, it's a little bit like trying to fill a plastic bag with water while it's being squeezed at the bottom. What will happen is the water will all bunch up at the top and the bottom won't actually won't take any water. If you relax it, the water will go right the way to the bottom and fill up. And that's what we need to do. So let's just practice that upwarming technique. And if you've not seen that video, after you've watched this one, pop on over to the other, some of the other videos on the channel. Or even if you just pop upwarming into YouTube, believe it or not, it's not a term that other people seem to have used. So upwarming, up comes my video. All right, you want the first one in upwarming. And that just gives, that's a really detailed description of how to do this. But in short, it's a 3-step process. You open your mouth so it's tall, you relax your abdomen, and then you breathe. Okay, so in actual fact, it's a 4-step process because you have to breathe out first. Okay, and just breathe normally while I'm saying this, in case anyone's thinking, right, I breathe out, what next? Just breathe normally. But as you breathe out, you pull your tummy in. Okay, I'm just describing this. Don't do this with me now. Watch, and we'll do this together in a moment. You breathe out, you pull your tummy in using your abdominal muscles. Okay, it's a little bit like an ab crunch. We all know what that's like, right? Yeah. So you do an ab crunch, and you deliberately, you don't take a breath. You hold your lungs empty just for a moment. Okay, you will take a breath and all be well, but you hold your lungs empty. Then you tell yourself, all right, I'm going to make my mouth tall. So that's like opening the top of the pipe. Okay, then you prepare the area down here. All right, and you relax this area around your abdomen. So that for some of us, particularly if you're carrying a little bit of extra flapjack, I believe there's lots of talk about flapjacks in the comments and not a lot of warming up. So why don't we warm up here? All right, the flapjacks do smell lovely, but let's talk about relaxing. So if you relax these abdominal muscles, what you'll actually feel is a sort of like a thunk as your tummy kind of falls forward. And it's not the kind of thing you necessarily do in public, but you're in your homes. So you can let your tummy just fall out, all right? And then you breathe. So it's breathe out, pull the tummy in, make the mouth tall, unlock here, and then breathe. All right, so let's try that all together. All right, just take a couple of normal breaths. And in a moment, we're going to blow all the air out and we're going to pull our abs in, hold your lungs empty, tall mouth, relax, and breathe. Ready? Breathe all your air out and pull your tummy in. Well done. All of it, all of it, all of it, all of it. Hold your lungs empty. Make your mouth tall. Relax your abdomen and breathe. Well done. And blow that air out and pull those muscles in. Use your abs. Well done. Give them a crunch. Hold your lungs empty. Tall mouth. Relax here and breathe. Splendid. And blow. Now, see if you can do it by yourself. Great. Remember to blow all that air out. Lovely. Well done, everybody. Fantastic. Now, we've done a lot of breathing. We've done a lot of exhaling in particular. So everybody, please, needs to have a drink of water. Thank you very much. Fab. Well done. Okay, let's turn our attention to our voices. We've done a lot of breathing, a lot of relaxation. I'm just going to move that out of the way. So let's start. We'll start on a D flat. Actually, what I might do, excuse me a second, I'm going to see if I can get the piano on the stream instead. There we go. Actually, no, I'm going to do it. I've realized, no, I'm going to do it the other way. I'm just going to play it out loud and have it pick up on the microphone because, no, I'm not going to do it that way. We're going to start here, okay? So if we just start with a very gentle, very languid hum, we're going to go. I'm going to slide between the notes with me and. Lovely. And then do you know what? While we do this, I'd like you to think of something really delicious. So it's for some reason, all I can think of is flapjacks at the moment. Can't imagine why. Hey, Anne. Okay, so let's hum and think of these delicious flapjacks. And that's great, but they're even tastier than that with me. Oh, that's lovely. Let's have another one. How good are they? They're really good. And we're all going to go, ooh, okay? And ooh, and again. Ooh. Excellent. And now we're going to sing to an or and oh, and an air and ah. Very nice, everybody. Okay, let's try the little mouth warm-up exercise we did a couple of sessions ago. This one goes tick tock tickety tock. Okay, so I'll say it, and would you please say it back to me? Okay, tick tock tickety tock. Tick tock tickety tock. Tickety tock tickety tock tickety tock tickety tock. Tickety 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 tock, tickety 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 tock, tickety 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 tock, tickety 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 tock. Tickety 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 etc. Do it with me. And tickety 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 tickety. Well done, everybody. Well done. A little high five, I think, to people in the room for that one. Okay, pick your teeth up, pop them back in. Let's have another sip of water. Yeah, do you know what? And Kit Kat's absolutely right. So I hope you're going to share the flapjacks, one each. Okay, I hope you've made enough for it. There's 45 people in the choir, Anne, so you better get baking. In all seriousness, please, Anne, when you're done, drop us a picture of the flapjacks. qchoir@homechoir.uk. Send me a picture if you wouldn't mind. If you don't want to, it's absolutely fine. But if you could, I'll share them with everybody. I'd love to. I'm literally salivating at the thought of some flapjacks. I really want a flapjack now. Now then, okay, let's do that lovely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 song that I've been doing with the kids. I've had some lovely tweets from parents. So the kids are fine with this song. I think if you've been tuning into my kids' broadcast, I'm on at 11 a.m. every day. And it's growing. We're having more and more kids come along. They're starting to send in videos of themselves. It's absolutely gorgeous. And my little son Bobby, who was on this morning, he was a little bit tired, a little bit crotchety, mainly because he was up last night singing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, singing that song. And so if it's going round my head, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be going around your head as well. Okay, and I do know for a fact that poor Kit Kat 2 Cats has been struggling with a couple of the songs, as in getting them out of her head. So you're welcome, Kit Kat. Okay, so this is the one that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the tune of Knees Up Mother Brown. Okay, and actually, as we sing this one, could I ask you, because this is still part of the warm-up, and some of you, I think, by now will be starting to remember the patterns. Okay, because it is the same each time. It's just a matter of remembering it. To just make sure that you're enunciating the words really clearly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And notice on 5, I'm giving myself that nice tall mouth so we get a nice round sound. Let's sing together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, so close. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I need Bobby. That's the thing. Cheers. Cheers. Goodness me. Hello, Breeder. Lovely to see you. Oh, fabulous. Poor mouth can't cope. Oh, the hello song. Okay, well so now look, and in fact, I will share with you. I've had the most wonderful email from one of the lead editors at HarperCollins, a lovely lady called Rachel. Naomi. Naomi Cook, her name is. She's wonderful. So the hello song, which we sing in the mornings, and it goes like this. Cover your ears, Kit Kat. Okay, it goes, hello everyone, hello, hello everyone, hello, hello everyone, hello, hello everyone, hello. And then I asked the children to give their names in the comments, and we sing hello Isabel and hello. It's lovely. It's really lovely. It was written by one of my former music teachers. All right, and a fantastic guy called Stephen Chadwick, and it's one of the first songs in the Music Express series. And I got in touch with HarperCollins and said, "Yeah, can I use this?" And they said, "Well, yes, but we'll get back to you." They've granted me permission to use their entire children's song library for free for the duration of the lockdown, and I'm just so grateful. Naomi, thank you very much. It's like 400 songs, and all of them are designed specifically to give Kit Kat terrible sleepless nights. All right, so yeah, there we are. There's the Hello song. And if any of you want to come and join us, I've got quite a few choruses to come along at 11 o'clock in the morning and sing with the kids. It's great. All right, so if you want to come along and be part of the kids broadcast, do. But more importantly, if you know anybody with young children, please get them along, because I want to get loads of kids singing along, sending in their videos, and because my kids are struggling with isolation, particularly Bobby. He moved school in November, so he kind of lost an entire circle of friends because we moved him to a school much closer to us, lovely school. But of course, he only had 3 or 4 months to settle in, and now that school's closed, so he's lost a second circle of friends. He's trapped in the house with his older sister, who's 5 years older, and his parents. And so, you know, one of the reasons I have him come in is so he can see all these other kids. So please, if you can tell anybody to that you know has got kids, you know, get them along, because it really helps Bobby, it really helps Katie, and of course it'll help them as well. All right. Now, fabulous. We're warm. Let's sing Un Poquito Cantas. So this is one of the first songs. I think it was the 4th song on the channel. If you don't know this one, you can pause the stream, go and look at it, come back, or you can just pick up the words which are down in the comments. Okay, and I'm just going to get the words up myself, because one of the issues I have these days, because I'm doing so many broadcasts, is remembering the words to all the songs as we go. There's a lot of songs in there, and because I'm doing kids songs in the morning, and then I'm seeing you lovely folks in the afternoon, and then I'm doing Handel's Messiah as well. Sometimes I have to struggle not to turn around and just sing hallelujah to the children. I'm not sure they'd necessarily appreciate that. You know what I mean? So this one, Un Poquito Cantas. Right, so this one is a fabulous song. It's a Spanish song, and the words are Un Poquito Cantas, just a little song. Un Poquito Bailas, just a little dance. Un Poquito Lelola, como canario. And in fact, that's the literal translation, but I've had somebody tell me it's just a little bit of song, a little bit of dance, a little bit of lelola, just like the canary. You know, it's about life, a little bit of air, a little bit of wine, a little bit of lelola, a little bit of wind, a little bit of sun, a little bit of macho, a little bit of chicas, and so on. It's all just about how to live a happy life. And I think, to be honest, I think that's what we're doing, isn't it? A little bit of song. I hope you're all having a bit of a dance as well. All right. So here we go. So this is Un Poquito Cantas. If you don't know it, we'll pick it up in no time. Ready? Un poquito cantas, un poquito bailas, un poquito lelola, como canario. Lelola, lelola, lelo, lelo, lelola, 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 lelo, lelola, un poquito vino, un poquito aire, un poquito lelola, como canario. Lelola, lelola, lelo, lelo, lelola, 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 lelo, lelola, un poquito vientos, un poquito sombras, un poquito lelola, como canario. Lelola, lelola, lelo, lelo, lelola, 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 lelo, lelola, un poquito machos, un poquito chicas, un poquito lelola, como canario. Lelola, lelola, lelo, lelo, lelola, lelola, lelola. La 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 la, one more time. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Rachel Ole. La 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 la. Ole. Great stuff. Give yourselves a round of applause. Well done. I've started doing this just instinctively. Children, see, give us a round of applause, and they all do that. I love it. All right, I love that song. Who else loves that song? It's so good. Let's have a look. Some lovely comments. Yeah, poor Bobby. Good, good. Lily's been singing the song in her sleep. Hi, Jodie. Lovely to see you. Thank you, Anne. I'm really glad you're enjoying Messiah. It's such a great piece. It really is. If you've never sung Messiah, then honestly, you owe it to yourself to come give it a go. And in fact, I said this yesterday, and I'm going to be putting out a quarantine chorus video in the next day or so. We're doing Jesu Joy, something like that. Etc. I've got the music in front of me. Beautiful piece by Bach. Okay, so that's this week's quarantine chorus. But as I said yesterday on the channel, next week, because it's Easter, I want to do a really big choral work. Okay, it would normally be the time that oh, so I'm reading. Heather's cooking scones. Oh my goodness, you're all baking. Oh, I really want a cake now. Send me right. So I'm going to get some pictures of the flapjacks from Anne. Heather, can I have pictures of the scones? All right. I want to see this wonderful baking that you're all doing. Email it to me, qchoir@homechoir.uk. All right. I'm stuck in the house. I'm going to be here for months. All right. We're not allowed to leave the house for various reasons. So we're going to be here. Send me pictures of your baking. Okay. So I go and enjoy them. But no, look, Handel's Zadok the Priest is next week. Okay. Zadok the Priest. If you've never sung it, then it's incredible. It only lasts about 5 minutes. So it's like a little mini kind of taster of Messiah. It's all going to be completely free. That's going to come out next week. So the plan is that Quarantine Choir next Wednesday and Thursday at this time, it's actually going to be taken over by the Quarantine Chorus. Okay. And I'm going to expect to see quite a lot more people on for that. All right. Lots of choral society types. So be nice to them, all of you, please. Be very welcoming. All right, there will be a lot of people on, and we're going to learn all the soprano parts for Zadok the Priest on Wednesday next week. Soprano and alto. All right, tenors and basses, you're of course welcome to come along and sing as well, but I'm going to focus particularly on the music for then. Then Thursday at 2 p.m., tenors and basses, we're going to learn your parts. And then on Friday, I'm going to release a very special video, which is me conducting with a digital performance, which I've just been finalizing today, and I'm really happy with it. It sounds phenomenal. And then you're going to take it away and learn it. And then on Sunday morning for the sacred broadcast, if you can join me at 11 a.m. So this is not this week, this is Easter Sunday, which is a week Sunday, 11 a.m. We will sing our usual variety of sacred songs, but we will start with Zadok the Priest. And honestly, it's just the best. And if you like that, if you enjoy it, you might then want to come along and have a sing with the self-isolation choir, who are a very, very friendly, very lovely bunch. Now then, so let's have a little look at the song we learned yesterday, which is The River is Flowing. All right, so you've got a chance to grab the words if you need them. They are in the description. There's also the sheet music for those who don't have it. Okay, but just to remind you, this one is the one that goes, the river is flowing, flowing and growing. The river is flowing down to the sea. Mother Earth, carry me, your child, I will always be. Mother Earth, carry me down to the sea. And I think today, I just want to do just one verse, but I want to do it a couple of times. All right, maybe more than a couple of times. I find a huge amount of comfort, I think, from just repeating melodies sometimes. Those of you that have been with me when we sing Noyana, will know the power of that. Just to sing something over and over again, it becomes like a meditation. So let's sing this a few times. Now, if you don't remember this one, or you weren't here yesterday, where were you? No, no. If you weren't here yesterday, then listen along. I'll sing it to you. The river is flowing, flowing and growing. The river is flowing down to the sea. Mother Earth, carry me, your child I will always be. Mother Earth, carry me down to the sea. Ready, everybody? And the river is flowing, flowing and growing. The river is flowing down to the sea. Mother Earth, carry me, your child I will always be. Mother Earth, carry me down to the sea. Yes, so we'll sing again. The river is flowing, flowing and growing. The river is flowing down to the sea. Mother Earth, carry me, your child I will always be. Mother Earth, carry me down to the sea. Now let's sing really quietly. The river is flowing, flowing and growing. The river is flowing down to the sea. Mother Earth, carry me, your child I will always be. Mother Earth, carry me down to the sea. Thank you, everybody. That's such a beautiful song, and I really love the way you sing it. Thank you. Let's all have a little sip of our drink. What I want to know most of all is, how's the baking going? Let's have a look. Bring on Zadok. Oh, lots of people are excited. Fabulous. Oh, it's going to be brilliant. Hi, Sue. Did you have a nice birthday the other day? Both of you? Bro, lovely to see you. And Jenny and Richard. Oh, fabulous. Thanks, folks. Lovely to see you. Pictures like broken biscuit. Yep, brilliant. Brilliant. Well, I'm glad you're all happy. You seem to be quite happy. We'll have, as I said, we'll have coffee time in about 15 minutes, and so don't forget to go and get a cup of coffee, and then you just tell me what's going on. And you can. This is where it becomes fully interactive. You can talk to me on the screen, and I promise I'll hear every word. I promise. All right. Now, before we carry on, we've got 52 people online, which is actually one of the highest numbers we've had, which is fantastic. And to celebrate, I would like everybody who hasn't already to hit that thumbs up button, please. All right. Give me lots and lots of likes. Okay. That would be great. Many thanks. Now then, I promised you I'd tell you a little bit about some history. And so this next song is a sea shanty. It's called Roll the Old Chariot. I'm just going to take these off. Ow. Oh, that's a bit better. Okay. Problem is this headset presses in around here. Yeah, poor me. Boo-hoo. So anyway, this sea shanty, if you Google this song, if you put in Roll the Old Chariot, you'll see the most fantastic video. In fact, I'm just going to quickly look it up because I want to tell you about this chap. Roll the Old Chariot. And the words, by the way, for this song are in the description. I've taken out a couple of the more, shall I say, Navy-inspired verses. All right, so this is very much the clean version. There are a couple of additional verses which were sort of an after dark performance, bearing in mind it was a song for sailors. All right, so we're not going to do the full version. Okay, this is the version that you can do with young people as well. But the person that inspired this song is a chap called David Coffin, as in coffin. And if you look him up, Roll the Old Chariot, he's the top hit. His video's got millions of views on YouTube. It's just the most fantastic, raw, public performance of this song. It's brilliant. So we're going to have a look at this. But I said I was going to tell you about this tankard here. Now, I've had this in my possession for best part of 40 years, and I'm going to be 44 this year. So that is to say most of my life. This belonged to my grandfather, okay, Peter England. Peter Tiarks Ede England. Those were his middle names. There's names you don't hear very often anymore. These were family names. And he died when I was about 9 months old, so I never really met him. I think I only actually met him once when I was a babe in arms. But my father used to speak very fondly of him. He was in the Navy. He was a gunnery lieutenant on a ship called the HMS Tannatside. I'm not sure if you can see it on here, but it is stamped into this tankard, HMS Tannatside. And this was his mug, and this was his tankard. He used to go and get his ale and drink it on board ship. And my father used to bring me drinks in this. I don't use it to drink from anymore because it's a very precious artifact. But my grandfather served, as I say, in the Navy, and he was stationed down at Slapton Sands in Devon. And many of you have been down there, know Slapton. It was a key staging ground in World War II. For the D-Day invasions, and so my grandfather was down there when an enemy ship at the time broke through the barricade and attacked the base and caused huge loss of life. And so my grandfather was a gunnery lieutenant, opened fire and drove the enemy away. That is what I was always taught, and so I have his mug to honour him. And as we are all now united together, I ask you all to raise your glasses, okay, in a toast to all of our grandfathers, all of our families, to remember them, to honour them. All right, doesn't matter, the fact that we were at war at the time, we're not anymore. We're at war with a virus, and so I would say I'm going to drink a toast to my grandfather. I would ask you all to do the same. Drink a toast to your relatives with a nice drink of water, and then we'll learn this really, really good naval song. Thank you, everybody. Fab. So, roll the old chariot. Now, have you all got the words? Okay, they're all underneath. Let's have a quick look. Let's see, Shanti. Salty verses in the bar. That sounds like my friend Sue. Yes, it was Sue. I know you by your comments now. Okay. Lots of people. Well, Heather, if you run amok on Slapton Sands, you know that you can't really run on Slapton Sands because it's there's no sand. It's all stones. So I used to run amok and then start crying because it was horrible. Now then, let's have a look at this song here. So we're going to do it in a nice low key. Okay. We'll start down there. We'll see how we get on with that one. I'm going to get the words up as well. Okay. Bear with me a moment, everybody. Where are we? Your channel home choir. Good. That's all good. Okay. Can't find the notes. Plates of Irish stew. There we go. Right, so this is how this one goes. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. And we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. And we'll all hang on behind. All right, that's how the verse and the chorus goes. All right, I've just noticed in the words I've pasted, it says, and we'll roll the golden chariot along. Sorry, that was a dictation error. I'm doing most of my typing these days through talking to Siri. And those of you that have tried to talk to Siri know that it is fairly challenging to do that. So apologies, I'll change that after the video. It's 3 times. So we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. So let's just do that bit, okay? This is and one of the reasons I wanted to do this one today, it's a really good song for perfecting the 5th, okay? You start on that note, which is what we call the tonic note, the first note of the scale, and you rise by step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are a 5th away, okay? And the 5th has a really strong sound, okay? In fact, you can just play those 2 notes and you get quite a good harmonic support for a song. You don't have the full harmony because you don't know whether it's major or minor. It is just an open sound. Okay, so we sing, so we'll roll the old chariot along. Can you sing with me? So we'll, and so we'll roll the old chariot along. Excellent. We then go up back there. We sing, we'll roll the old chariot along. Sing that for me. We'll roll the old chariot along. Third line, same as the first. Again, we'll roll the old chariot along. With me, we'll roll the old chariot along. And then the last line, and we'll all hang on behind. Everybody, and we'll all hang on behind. Okay, so let's sing the whole chorus. So we'll roll. Ready, nice deep breath, and so we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. Great stuff. Now, this first line, a drop of Nelson's blood. I'm going to ask, does anybody know what that refers to? And no cheating by looking on Google. Nobody get your phone out. If you know, tell me. If you don't, fine. All right. And I'll tell you in a minute. It is very much like The Drunken Sailor, given that it's a sea shanty. Yeah. And a lot of these songs will use these very self-same chords, and you can overlay. What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do? The problem is that the tempi don't match and it doesn't work desperately well, but you can do it. You absolutely can. So now the first line, this bit about Nelson's blood. Some of you know. Somebody's saying brandy, rum, port. This is the thing. When Lord Nelson was killed, all right, when he died, they needed to get him back to England, but he was a long way from home. So where did they store him? They stored him in a barrel of rum. And they transported him home. And so from then on, if you had a drink from the barrel of rum, it was known as having a little drop of Nelson's blood. There you go. All right. You've learned for it. Okay, so you've learned something. There we go. So we sing, oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. With me, 2, 3. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. That's it. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. With me, oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. Third line, same as the first. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm, and we'll all hang on behind. So let's sing. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm, and we'll all hang on behind. So we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. Great stuff. Now, if you could all look at the words. So what we've got, I want to start from the point we've just left. So the next line is a plate of Irish stew wouldn't do us any harm. All right, a plate of Irish stew, obviously. We all know what that is. Then the chorus. Then the next one is a nice fat cook wouldn't do us any harm. Okay, and that was another naval expression. If the cook was fat, chances are that you're going to eat well. All right, so a nice fat cook wouldn't do us any harm, and we'll roll the old chariot along. A long spell in jail wouldn't do us any harm. And then the last one is a nice watch below wouldn't do us any harm. All right. And I'm going to leave you to go and find out what some of these naval terms mean, because actually on the surface, they sound quite straightforward, but there's usually some hidden meaning. All right. So we're going to sing all the way through our song, and I invite you to really enjoy it. And some of you who are out there, if you want to sing your own harmonies with this, okay, and when you go and listen to David Coffin's version, you'll hear the harmonies. So basses, you don't have to sing the tune. You could just go, roll the old chariots along, we'll roll the old chariots along. Yeah, tenors, you could sing, roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along. Whatever you like within those really simple chords, all right? just have a go. Sopranos, altos, you can make something up over the top. It's designed to be sung by everybody as we work, all right? And there's some really hard work going on here. There's some heavy duty baking going on, all right? So those of you out there baking, we're going to sing you a work song to help you through it. And at the end, when we're all exhausted, we're going to make a cup of tea, all right? So we're going to sing this song. Enjoy, everybody. And before we do, one more toast, please. Raise your glasses, charge your glasses. All right. A nice sip of water wouldn't do us any harm, eh? Here we go. Ready? A drop of Nelson's blood. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. So we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. Oh, a plate of Irish stew wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a plate of Irish stew wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a plate of Irish stew wouldn't do us any harm, and we'll all hang on behind. So we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. Oh, a nice fat cook wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a nice fat cook wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a nice fat cook wouldn't do us any harm, and we'll all hang on behind. So we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. Oh, a long spell in jail wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a long spell in jail wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a long spell in jail wouldn't do us any harm, and we'll all hang on behind. So we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. Oh, a nice watch below wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a nice watch below wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a nice watch below wouldn't do us any harm, and we'll all hang on behind. So we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. Bravo, everybody. Lovely job. Fabulous stuff. Excellent. Isn't that a great song? And after this, really, do go and watch David Coffin's performance. It's fabulous. Share it with everybody. Share this video with everybody as well. Give us a thumbs up if you like that. I've got 39 likes, which is great. But let's see if we can get a couple more. Now, as promised, we're going to have a bit of coffee time. All right. It's been a long few weeks, and I haven't had a chance to sit and listen to what you've got to say. So in all seriousness, folks, if some of you want to go off and carry about your day, you go and bake. All right. Go and make nice stuff. Send me pictures. All right. If you want to send me recipes as well, that'd be great. All right. Because me and my family, we're doing pretty well from the point of view of cooking and looking after ourselves. But, you know, I would love, oh, Heather, send me your scone recipe. Really, seriously, thank you. And so go and get yourself a cup of coffee. If you want to come back and have a chat, I'll be here for 10 minutes. And I want to hear what you have to say. And seriously, you don't have to type it in the comments. Just tell me what's going on. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to listen to you. All right. If you want to write it in the comments, you're very welcome to as well, everybody. All right. But I'm here every day, and I'm here because you guys are here. All right. You make this what it is. Otherwise, it would just be me in this room just singing to myself, which, to be fair, I do quite a bit anyway. All right. So I've got my coffee here, a little bit on the cold side, but, you know, I don't mind a cold coffee. Mm. Lots of people saying you like the song. Well, it's one of my absolute favorites. What I'm going to do is I can't tell you about some of the videos coming up because they are super duper special, but I've got some big ideas for this song. Okay. I've been reaching out to all sorts of people. Oh, and on that, by the way, if you remember the My Lag and Love video, which I put out on Monday, it's really taken off. Lots of people are loving it, and it's the story behind it that's particularly special. My friend Eric, who's written all this wonderful music, he's 93. And he's in isolation with his wife in Portishead, and he sent me when I asked if he could send me some music. He sent me all of his sheet music that he'd written, amazing. And so I took this song and I reached out to some of his friends and I got in touch with his daughter in Dubai, who he hasn't seen for a long time. And in this, who knows when or if you'll ever see her again face to face. And she recorded her part and we put it out. We didn't tell him that she was on the video, and we didn't tell Liz, her mother, that she was on the video. And I just said, you might want to watch this. And yeah, I think Liz, bear in mind, it went out on Monday. Liz has just about stopped crying. And as a result, I've been interviewed by Radio 4, and I believe that on the Today Show tomorrow, it's going to be broadcast. That's what I've been told by the chap who interviewed me. So if you're around tomorrow, pop on Radio 4, you may hear a few moments of yours truly talking about the channel and so on. Brilliant. Well, you see, Kit Kat's telling me off for having a coffee. Well, I've been drinking water all the way through, Kit Kat, all right? So I think I can allow myself a little indulgence. Besides, I've got the Messiah to conduct tonight. So look, folks, I'm going to shut up for a bit. You folks have got lots to share. If you want to talk to yourself in the comments, if you just want to talk to me, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to enjoy you talking to me for a bit, all right? So cheers. Here's to you. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Well, well done. Well done. Yeah, things are tough. Yeah, me too. Thank you. That means a lot to me. I think you're all doing the most amazing job. I'm really proud of you all. Well done. I feel the same way, guys. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you might think it's just random, but I'm hearing you. I might not be able to hear exactly what you're saying, but I can feel some of you talking to me, and it really helps me. So thank you, everyone. Look, I'm gonna sign off now. I've really enjoyed today's rehearsal. I'm loving the way this group is bonding and gelling from all over the world. It's a very special thing we have here, and it inspires me every day to get up, to get dressed, to do my best. I haven't done a great job with the hair today, but I will be here. Oh, it's gone a bit quiff. Like I'll be here for as long as you guys need me. All right, during the lockdown, because I need you as much as you need me. All right. So all of you take care. If you're able to join me later on, remember you can just come and watch the rehearsal. You don't have to sign up. You can come and watch the rehearsal if you fancy a bit of a sing this evening. Self-isolation choir. All right. Come and join the altos. We're going to learn a couple of choruses from Messiah. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Lots of love, everybody. Take care. Have a good day. See you soon.